coming out here after 30 years, yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts. Peace and love to everybody out there on Team Banky Pound, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, man, for the support. We rolling, man. We rolling with these stories, man. And I got a good one for y'all today, a real good one, man. It's gonna be about dude I met up in there from Danville. His name was Goldie. We called him Goldie. His actual name was Goldie. So, you know, yeah, Golden Harris, man. Good brother, man. Real good brother. But before we get started, man, y'all need to hit that like button. You need to hit that notification bell. But most importantly, man, you need to subscribe if you ain't subscribed. I just find it hard to believe that 70-something% of the people who watch me is not subscribed. So just take your time to hit that button, especially if you like this content, especially if you like this energy we got over here, this positive energy, especially if y'all like that, man. Let's just subscribe, man, so we can get with all of this goodness we got going on over here. So with that being said, man, yeah, Danville Goldie, man. Oh, man. Like most relationships, friendships, kinships in prison, it usually starts out bumping heads, you know, because we in a hate factory. We in a place where it ain't a whole lot of love. If it is, it's hidden, you know. So when I first met Goldie, man, I didn't know him. You know, he came on the compound. He came into the block that I was already in. I was already on Nottoway. He's a big brother, real big old brother, man, you know. So most of the time in prison, when you see dudes that big and then they talk aggressive, usually that, you know what I'm saying, intimidates the average dude, you know. Goldie ain't really talk aggressive, but he talk fast, you know, for lack of a better word. He'd know I tell him to. He countries, I don't know what, from Danville, you know what I'm saying. But he talk real fast, and he kind of like stutter. I kind of can imitate him pretty good, you know, even he'll say so. But he was for the most part, man, the kind of hard to do, but he could get aggressive. And when I first met him, that's what the situation was. I met him. He been in the block maybe a couple of weeks, you know, and he already, you know, people know him from other institutions. He had already been locked up a while, so dudes already know him, and he already got a little reputation. He the parlay man, you know. He run the parlay. He run a little gambling joints and stuff. If y'all don't know what the parlay is, it's like probably like the lottery out here. He take in bets on sports events, and if you win, you know, he distribute you the money, he pay you the money, the odds of what you can win. You put in $1, you win 10, 2, you win 20, so on and so forth. He did that, so that tells you right there he had a brain, you know, because that's business sense to be able to run and operate a business like that. And it's even more so when you running and operating a business like that in prison, with a bunch of shady dudes, with a bunch of different characters. You know it's gonna be larceny involved. So you dealing with the larceny, you dealing with the business sense, and you dealing with organization where you try to get all of that right. And any person who can do that, I always personally feel like they can run a Fortune 500 company out here, you know. So you had people in prison who did that, man, the parlay people. And mostly on every institution you be on, the parlay dude will be the richest dude on the camp because he's taking in a lot of money a day and he ain't sending out but so much. So he was the parlay man on several different institutions, so people already knew who he was, you know. So I didn't know him because I had just never been, you know, cross paths with him. You could be locked up in Virginia for years and decades and never run across someone else, you know what I'm saying? That just had to be the case with me and him. So when he come on Nottoway, and I'm there already maybe a year or two, and I'm already you know, established in the block. Everybody know who I am, they know what I am, you know. So it's the summertime, right? So when you in the summertime, man, already you got a lot of tension going on because dudes is locked up, dudes in prison. They irritated, they frustrated, you know, they annoyed. So it don't take much to set somebody off. Now in summertime, you throw the heat in on top of that. We in there burning up hot, you know, in a powder keg with all these dudes stuffed in one place. It's just a miserable, miserable situation. So they bring us ice around in the block like 3 times a day, right? But it's only like 3 coolers, 3 regular size coolers, and for 84, I think it's 84 people, that's all you get, right? So people try to regulate the ice. The CO just set the ice out there, and it's up to y'all to how you gonna get it, what you gonna get it. A lot of beefs, a lot of head busting, a lot of people that got beat up over this ice because dudes go down there to get ice and all the ice gone, right? Dudes say, well, don't get too much ice, get this amount of ice. You trying to regulate the ice, but you can't regulate it. They should have an ice machine in the park. They got an ice machine in certain blocks, and certain blocks they don't got an ice machine. So the ones who don't got an ice machine, they got to deal with these 3 coolers they get a day. So how do you proportion that out? You can't. You put it out there. My philosophy always was, if you want some ice, you be out there to get it when it comes. If you ain't out there to get it when it comes, then don't complain that you ain't got no ice. If you think in your mind somebody gonna leave some ice out there for you, or somebody gonna go get some ice and say, oh, let me leave some for the next man, you don't think you in prison. You think you in a Marriott. You think you in a, you know, this is prison. People gonna get what they get and they gonna do what they do. So that was always my philosophy. I knew that I wanted ice because I had a sale partner that worked in the kitchen. He bring food back, you know, I might got some staff food, man. I might got some barbecue or something that need to go on ice and be preserved until I can eat it. I got my cold water I like to put on ice because I'm working out, so I need ice. So when I go down there, we had these cereal bags that we ordered from the holiday pack, which was about this wide, probably about this big. I go down there every time I go get 2 bags of ice and bring them up there, pour them in this homemade cooler that I had in hopes that it would keep my stuff cool until the next batch of ice come and preserve my stuff. Now, mind you, y'all know the Banky pound right now, this all positive energy and all this, but I was in a negative environment, so, you know, I used to live, you know, like I was living. And I was concerned about me, so I took care of me. So when I go get ice, I'm going to get the ice. Now I know a lot of people ain't like me, a lot of people ain't like what I was doing. Oh, they talk behind my back. Oh, he always going getting all this ice. He taking more ice than everybody else. Woo, woo, woo. But I didn't care. I was thinking about myself. So, and I didn't care about them whispering as long as they ain't bring it to my face. It didn't faze me, you know, and they didn't bring it to me because they knew I wasn't going for it. Be it right or wrong, I ain't trying to hurt. So, with that being said, you know, I used to get as much ice as I want to get. So now you got Goldie that came in the block, and he know a couple people in there, and it's summertime, and it's hot, and people going out for wreck, and they coming back in, and they looking for ice, and whatever. And some people coming in, they missing the boat. The ice gone by the time they get in. So Goldie and a couple of dudes, I don't know, can't remember who the rest of them was, they come up with some plan that, oh yeah, well, we gonna start regulating this ice. We gonna start making sure everybody come in here get the ice. They don't get nothing but a cup of ice. That's it. You get 1 cup or either 2 cups of ice. That's it. We had little cups that was 16 ounces. They trying to tell dudes you get 1 cup or 2 cups of ice. That's it, right? Now, that's all good in theory, but in my philosophy, I'm like, ain't nobody telling me what to do but the police. You know what I'm saying? Me, I'm in prison. You or nobody else ain't gonna tell me what to do. Only person I'm listening to, besides my own philosophy and my own brain, is the police. because the police got the authority to tell me what to do. And I may not listen to them, depending on what day it is. But ain't no another convict gonna tell me what to do, because they ain't doing this time with me or for me. So when I found out this was going on or whatever, I act like it don't even apply to me, And I go down there to get my ice this particular day, and they all down there trying to distribute ice out. They got dudes they done put over here to give you a cup of ice, and this all you supposed to get. So I'm like, man, these cats is tripping. So when I get up to the joint to get my ice, dude said, man, you can't have no bags, man. You gotta we getting out cups. I said, man, if you don't get out of my way talking about some state ice, I'm gonna get how much ice I wanna get. Man, I'm just saying, they say you can. I said, who say it? So they tell me like, man, Goldie and all them. I'm like, man, I don't care who say what. I'm trying to get this ice, man. Don't tell me about no ice, man, no state ice, man. You know what I'm saying? You better get out of my way, dog. I'm gonna get what I wanna get. So I get my ice or whatever. Goldie was like, oh no, man, dudes ain't. This how he talk. This how he talk right here, now, y'all. I'm telling you, this how he talk. He talk real fast, and he just stutter, but he always on the verge of laughing. I guess unless he's serious, but he like, no. So ain't nobody getting all that ice, man. We just getting a little bit of ice, man. Everybody gonna get the same amount of ice, man. So everybody get some, bro. We just getting two cups of ice, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's all we getting. I'm like, man, that don't apply to me. I'm gonna get how much ice I've been getting. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody gonna tell me what ice to get or whatever. So boom, now we in conflict. You know what I'm saying? So we're like, oh no. So dude's like, man, I'm like, look, I ain't trying to talk about this, man. Ain't nobody gonna be telling me how to get no ice or what to get, man. I'm gonna get what I wanna get. Man, we just trying to get some type of understanding here, man, where everybody can get some ice. So that's all we trying to do. I'm like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? That ain't got nothing to do with me. I came in the penitentiary by myself. I'm getting my ice, man. I'm getting what I've been getting. I just been getting this ice. I've been getting it since I've been here. I'm not gonna stop getting it just cause y'all come in here, y'all say this, man. I mean, it's whatever. So I'm ready to get it in, cause I'm gonna stand for whatever I stand for, cause I ain't falling for nothing. So he ready to get it in. So now you got dudes trying to stop this conflict before it get out of hand or whatever. But we ready to go to war over some ice, man. Some ice. This is what happened in penitentiary, young fellas. This is what happened in penitentiary. Ice can get you killed. Ice can get you sentimental. Ice can get you with a hole in your body. You see what I'm saying? So it's at that level. See what I'm saying? So when you out here in this free world, you better understand this is what's going on the other side. People's getting hurt and killed over ice. That's what's happening. So yeah, man, we in a conflict about this ice, man, and a couple of my homies come talk to me and tell me something. Come on, man, don't. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get the same amount of ice I've been getting, and I meant that, cause that's what I've been doing. So now some new people come on here, and then my agenda got to change. I'm not gonna change my agenda for you. I'm not gonna break my legs so you can walk. That's just was my philosophy when I was in prison. Now, what he was doing was noble, and what he was doing was actually the right thing to do, but I just wasn't accepting it at the time, and I wasn't trying to have nobody dictating to me what I'm gonna do, especially somebody that's on the same platform as I'm on. We both locked up. We don't work for the administration. So how you gonna tell me what to do when they not telling me what to do? They put the ice out here and let you fend for yourself. So they ain't put no regulations on it, so how is somebody else gonna put some regulations on? That was how I felt. That was my philosophy. But to say the least, man, that's how me and him met, man. And it wasn't a good situation. It almost was a real ugly situation. But we got past that. And once we got past that, man, I come to realize, man, that he was actually a really good dude, man. He really was, man. Goldie was a good dude, man. He had a good personality, a good sense of humor. He was not no dude that caused controversy or was in the way. He was just a good dude. And we started talking, man. We started socializing or whatnot. He worked out, man. I worked out. He played basketball. He surprised me playing basketball. He really, because he a big dude. But Goldie can play a little ball, man. Old soul could play a little ball. So yeah, man. So we ended up being a good dude, man. We ended up politicking, man. We was cool. You know, after that initial incident, me and him became real cool. So it was a moment that I remember now, man, because like I say, what transpired over time. Over time, what transpired was me and him actually became good friends. My cellie, I had a cell partner at the time, this older cat, my homeboy, shout out Jerry, man. And he used to make wine, man. He used to make liquor, wine. We call it wine, but liquor. He used to make alcohol in there. And Goldie, Sally used to make alcohol. So everybody was to make alcohol in prison. They making it to try to make money. You know what I'm saying? That was their hustle. But everybody's trying to make the most potent alcohol so they could get the most customers and the most money. So my celly happened to make the best alcohol on the compound. I mean, I ain't lying. I'm just telling the truth, you know. But Goldie cell partner won't fall behind. Oh, big worm, big dude, man, about 420 pounds, strong as a bull. He made good wine, man. He liked to make it, man, get drunk and walk around and talk trash and all that, and had himself a good time. He'd sell some, drink the rest, get drunk and walk around and act like a complete fool, you know. So as my celly used to make the wine and his celly used to make the wine, what we would do is, being that me and him was cool, when my celly made some, he'd give me some, and I would take mine sometime and go share it with Goldie, and we just drank and talk and socialize and talk about, you know, days when we might be free, fantasies about being out in the free world and all of that. It was a escape, man, you know, something to get us away from the gloom and doom of every day of what we was doing or our reality, right? So we used to drink, man, and sit there and listen to music and talk, man, and just talk about the future and whatnot. And yeah, man, that's how we used to get it. And they used to sell wine in there in these. This right here was a bottle, right? You can buy this for about $5-6. It'd be filled up with alcohol that they done converted into alcohol from whatever they used to make it with. And this would be alcohol. And if it was really good, one of these would get you on lean, where you feeling real good. You got you got your little natural buzz. If you drink two, you know, then you really, you know, you in there. You don't need nothing else, and you all right. You know what I'm saying? So that was what we used to do from time to time to socialize, man. My celly made it. His celly made it. So as we would drink wine, man, and, you know, congregate with each other, man, that's how our relationship and friendship bond as to we was cool. And then, man, the new administration that came in, man, the new administration that came in, as far as when I say new administration, I'm talking about the new parole board. You know, they had that governor, man, McCullough, and he had put out an agenda there. You know, a lot of the Virginia inmates wasn't making parole. On average, they was doing more time than any other state in the United States. They had the lowest percentage of parole in the United States, Virginia, man. So he put forth an agenda that y'all need to start trying to get some of these dudes out of prison that's been locked up 18, 20, 25 years. If they're suitable, if they have done what they're supposed to do in prison and has continued to be on the right path, y'all need to start giving them parole. So that was his new agenda. And man, I'm telling you, I had been in prison that time, man, easily over 20 years, easily over 20 some years. And I had never seen as many people making parole as I had seen making parole during this span. You know, normally in a span of 5 years, I may heard 2 or 3 dudes made parole. And those 2 or 3 dudes, you may know them or may have heard about them or not. But oh, Joe Blow made parole, oh, you know, and that's just how infrequent it was. So when this new administration started, you start hearing dudes making parole, man, like 6 and 7 dudes in a month. In a month. It was like unheard of. So it was like, whoa. So then when you start hearing dudes making parole of names, you know, dudes who've been in certain predicaments and situations and altercations, and they making parole, then you start looking at yourself like, hold up, wait a minute now, maybe I can make parole. So that's the type of vibe that was coming on during this time. So I remember when it started happening, man, and I started getting intrigued, and I started getting to starting to network and say, well, I need to be trying to get up out of here. So, you know, I got focused and I got busy, and I seen Goldie was doing the same thing. He had started networking and trying to get busy and trying to, you know, find out what was this, you know, window of opportunity that we had that was going on right now. Because one thing we both knew for certain, it won't gonna last long. It just won't gonna last long. There's no such thing as nobody's making parole for 30-some years, 20-some years, and all of a sudden now everybody's starting to make parole, or more number of people is making parole. It's a fad, it's a trend that's going right now. So I came to the conclusion in my mind that I need to get on top of this because I know this window of opportunity is gonna close. And I guess he had the same philosophy. So we started networking with each other and started talking about freedom, started talking about organizations, started talking about people to write, people to network with, people to try to contact, because we wanted to get out. We wanted to be free, you know. So this became even a greater bond between me and him, our fight and our search for freedom, you know. And that's where it all started at, and where it ended up going to was, you know, just amazing, man. To this day, I still feel like it's amazing, you know.
The bacon special.
Yeah.
Pure deliciousness.
Pure deliciousness, man. My name is Banky, man. Everybody calls me Banky. That's the name that I got from my grandmother when I was young. I'm coming out here after 30 years. Yeah, I ain't got nothing, but I'm gonna have something because I'm rich in personality, you know, and I'm rich in love. My family love me, and that's really all that counts.